Hey Spirit, I'm just going to show you an overview of how we found our base. Just sorry. All right, so this door here, this door, and this door were all blown. There was no other doors blown, including this one was not blown, nor was this one blown. Now, here's the deal: is there was we checked all these walls for damage. There was no damage on these walls, so we know that this and this didn't get blown, nor the one on the backside. So this one didn't get blown either. Uh, the thing about our base is that there's this level, which is a middle level. This is a very bottom level of our base, and then I'll just show you the drop. And I'll go downstairs and eventually show you that drop too. So we have this drop, a 2-block drop, and so that's basically it's all pillared up, the whole thing inside. So you can't build and you can't jump over here from any of these outer walls. And there was no outer walls or none of these walls up there were blown. The only walls that were blown were on the ground floor. There was one like right there, and then there's probably a couple others. I'll show you, but so this one was not blown, and there was no walls blown for the next 3 levels. Let me just put this back if it stopped lagging. Come on. There we go. Okay, so I'm just gonna go up, and also this door, it was not blown either. The first time we noticed this, there was nothing taken from stashes below. In fact, this stash room, there was actually nothing missing from here. However, we probably didn't have hardly anything, maybe a couple guns and some ammo. This is just a real small, basically our drop box where we drop stuff after raiding. And so our main stashes, which is only a few doors away, is through these doors. And then, this is our main stash area, another main stash area. So none of this was touched the first time, okay? So we have those 3 doors. So we have this door here removed, this door here removed, this door here removed. We checked, and we did find that there was damage to these doors. So C4 was used. So that was the case, okay? So we ended up trying to figure out who did it and how it happened. It was bizarre. But the only reason that we came into the server is because Styles, which is in the server, he let us know that somebody was raiding us. So we hopped on. We found these doors gone. There's nobody inside. Nobody inside, but these doors are gone. And I'm like, what the heck happened? So we're still hearing people outside busting stuff down, and it sounds like they're breaking through our ramps or walls or something. We do hear a couple C4 going. So we get outside. We see there's a ton of people online. There's 32 players. There is approximately about 20 people that's going against us at the moment. Derek Wynn, Charmin, their groups all banded together, and then some other groups banded together to go against us. So it's cool that we're in public enemy number 1. I don't care about that. We had a lot of fun. But what's not cool is people getting into our base and not doing it legitimately. So even if you blew out these walls here, if I show you, so even on this level right here, so at first this level was untouched as well. So whoops. So if you look, these the walls around same way. There's pillars coming all the way up. They might be able to somehow magically do a pillar hop, but there was no upper walls that were missing. So that just, and there was no outer walls. We checked this whole room. We checked up here. We checked the bottom floor. There was no when you blow C4, there should have been damage to certain areas. So the only areas that were tampered with was the doorways, and the only way to get to this floor and the floors below is to go through this area. So go through here, and go through here, and then you go up, and then you keep going up floors, and so on, and then there's stairs that's from the outside that goes all the way up to the top floor, and then you work your way down, and I think I mentioned that to you. That's the way my system works. But there was no damage to this floor at all, except for when they got in a second time, and I'll mention that here in a little bit. But they got in here a second time, and then this level was touched. But first time around, so there was only 3 doors missing. So 1, 2, and 3. 3 doors missing, and nothing else. So we get outside, we start killing people off. We win our battle because we actually call on some other friends and get them to go into it, and it was a pretty epic battle. But we fought our way, and so let me go outside, and I'm gonna show you where we seen them getting into. So okay, so let's hope I do this right. This is the exact place. I think it was a block or 2 over. Yeah, here it is. Okay, so this this right here, they blew this door. Yeah, it was a door. They blew a wall here. I think they blew this wall and this wall, or if I had walls there. I know that they blew this wall here, and then they blew like 1 or 2 walls here. They also, once they were inside the main loop, they blew some other walls. It was bizarre. We were still wondering why they blew some other walls that were on this ground floor, even though that they had blown into it already. It was, I don't know. But anyways, that's something else. So they had removed a whole bunch of ramps that we had going this way, and another set of ramps that were going this way as well. And as you've seen, I had walled this back up for protection, but. So they had worked their way this way, they had worked their way this way, and that was before we even got into the server. The second thing is that they were outside, so when they were raiding us, when we got in, nobody was down on the ground floor, it was still open. But they had put these pillars here, and then they had built stairs up to that right there. As you notice, my base is a little shorter. That's because I've knocked off 3 levels right now, because I've been decommissioning the space. But that right there is where they got into, and I'll take us up there in a moment. So, I don't have stairs on me, or else I'd go all the way up there. So, basically they broke in that wall, they chopped down some more ramps up there, and I'll just show you how far they got. So, we're going to go up to my system. I need to replace that. Let's go ahead and do that. We're just about there. Okay. So here we are, and let me find the point where I was at. That's the wrong way, so it's up here. Yep. Okay. So basically they got in there. Let's hope I don't die doing this. There we go. Okay. So, okay. So they got in here. They blew down this wall, of course. I wanted to say that I guess I didn't have a wall, but so they blew down that wall. They took out these two ramps. They took out these two ramps. They took out these two ramps. I want to say that they took out two more and I replaced these, but I'm not sure. But they did not have either of these walls broke down. So um, the crazy part is that as you see right here, see that wall right there. Well, I removed these yesterday. Um, so they didn't tear down that wall. They didn't tear down this wall. They didn't tear down that one. And these two inner walls were still here. So, I mean, they could have hopped down, and get down there just like I dropped down here. They can easily get on those ramps and hop their way down, but that'd be going down to the ground floor. And there was no. Oh, I went around the whole interior here, and there was no walls down. And so they didn't get into the main portion of the base. The only thing that they got into main portion was the ground floor. And there's nothing on the ground floor. When you get to the ground floor, you got all those pillars at the bottom that I showed you, and so you can't build stairs in there. You can't hop on a crate and then hop on a barricade and then go up because it's 2 floors up. You can't do that, and there was no place to put that stuff. And there was a barricade down there, so they attempted it, but that's beside the fact. So the only thing that we could see is that they freaking teleported in there, and then one of them logged out. Now I know for a fact that I killed Derek Wins up here 1 or 2 times, and I know that Soy killed him from a long distance sniping. So he was up here at this point, but some point before or after, he did get back into our base. So when we got done with this battle and sealed up the walls and stuff, um, we logged out. Well, apparently he logged back in, and then we had more doors missing. So I'm going to go back in and I'm going to show you the more doors missing. And then we also had stuff missing as well. They got into some crates. But those idiots that did this, they didn't get into our main stash room. Crazy. So they were right there, 3 doors away. They could have gotten into stuff. Luckily, we did have all our C4 somewhere else, so that was safe. So here's the doors that they did blow. I'll start on our main stash room area. So once again, they blew this door here. They blew this one, this one, this one. They went up this level. They blew this. I do not believe they blew this door, but they blew this one. And in here, in this room right here, they had guns, backup ammo, med kits. In that room there that they got into, there was nothing. It was just dummy stashes. Not worried about that. So minimal stuff. I think I did have some Kevlar upstairs, but that was real minimal. They did blow this door and went downstairs. They blew this door, and they blew this door, which had basically our nozzle stashes in it. So this had a bunch of stuff in it, random stuff. That this is basically his drop area. So we all have our own drop area, and then we sort of organize at some point. But this got raided as well. So once we seen this, we replaced all the doors. Had him go around, and we were trying to figure out how the heck they got back in, and what happened. So we started healing all the walls in here and the floors above. We went one more floor up. We checked all the doors. I unsured all the doors because this is my base. I unsured the doors with these guys. They couldn't open them. It means that the doors had not been replaced. We went through every last door that we had. None of them were actually replaced. So we know that they didn't get into the doors. We checked these walls. The walls were fine. There was just doorways that really took damage. And that's because of the C4 they used on the doors. So all the external walls were 100% healed. They were fine. You would think you'd get some kind of splash damage. Like this. When they blew this door, there was this right here. They had I think a 3. You did +3. It had to be healed, but that was due to the splash damage on the door. That was it. So that's our bit of craziness. And then after we figured all this out, we were like, man, I bet they're gonna come back in another time. Because when Soy logged in, and we seen all this stuff, that's when we made that other video. And he was like, Derek was just signed out the moment I signed in. There's something up. So we started talking and trying to figure this out. Why are the doors missing? What we lost, stuff like that. But we were also laughing because they didn't get to our stash room that we cared about. So we came up with the idea. I'm going to sign into my other account and change my name to Bill Murray and just sit in here and have Nas open these doors. And I wish I had him open this one too. I had a gut feeling about that, but I didn't want to leave us even more vulnerable, so we didn't open that. And sure enough, Derek Wynn signs in a couple minutes after all our guys sign out, and sure enough, he's in the freaking next room. As you could clearly hear him moving around in there, and there was none of our guys signed in at that time. So I'd love for you to tell me how they did it, but they did it twice. They got into our base the same way twice, and without blown walls. So to me, that sounds like cheats. They're using a teleport hack, or I've mentioned this again to my guys, and this is just hearsay, but whether or not Charmin or somebody else with admin abilities teleported in here and then let him in. And I know it's not you, Spirit. I know that's not you, but it's off. There's something off. Them knowing exactly where to hit. I don't know. Well, you've watched the video and you watched the other one, so I'll let you be the judge and try to figure out the rest. But I trust you, and hopefully you'll be able to figure it out. And if you need anything from us, let us know. But since you put in that mod to stop the teleport hack, I don't know. I have no freaking idea how they did it without busting walls down and going through all my door systems. Because there was, like I said, 83 doors that they have to go through, or they go to another level and break down walls from the outside. But there was no walls on the outside that were busted down. So I'll just to reassure you about that, I'll go back down here and I'll show you all the walls. I have not repaired any of these walls. There's only walls on this block and maybe a block up that are removed. Like this one here, this one. I didn't remove these. These were them. They did this, and which I don't know why, but whatever. Nothing major. I think they're just trying to figure their way around it, but I don't know why they blew down something they don't need to. But as you see, all these walls are still here. There's no barricades or anything on the pillars. I built it up high enough to where they couldn't do it. So they'd have to bust down a wall and then pillar hop if they could. I don't even think they could. But yeah. So last night after all that stuff happened, I started putting up spike walls and barricades underneath because we thought that if they got on top of a barricade and then somebody teleported that, they might be able to teleport up. So that's why I did this. But I looked more into how they do the teleport glitch, and from what I understood, that you had to be on top of a base and teleport to somebody down below. So, or maybe it was vice versa, but to my understanding, not one person got on top of base. The stairs didn't lead up to the very top, to the 9th level. They only got up to, I think it was, so this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So they got to the 6th level. They were one floor above that right there. So 6 levels. And yeah, I don't know. So hopefully you can figure it out and explain it. Alright, thanks for listening, and sorry for the long video. Alright, bye-bye.